And now you say, you want a revolution. Well, we've got one. This is a Nintendo Revolution prototype we have with us for meetings this week in Los Angeles. Clearly, Revolution is by far the smallest console we've ever manufactured. Finally, I'd like to give you one full answer to a piece of the Revolution puzzle I have talked about previously, backward compatibility. As I said, the disk drive will accept GameCube games, but we are redefining the term backward compatibility. That's because we have designed Revolution to be a virtual console capable of downloading 20 years of Nintendo content.
Hello everyone and welcome. In this video we're going to be traveling through the timeline of Nintendo from 2006 to 2016, looking back at the hardware releases and some of my favorite games throughout the entire decade. There was very little difference between the prototype Nintendo Revolution and the final Nintendo Wii product. They looked nearly identical other than the branding on the front. I remember being really excited about this back then. They had made some huge promises during its announcement, and it looked like they were going to deliver on those promises. The Wii would prove itself to be completely backward compatible with the GameCube and its accessories, including the Game Boy Advance link cable and the original memory cards, although it would lose this functionality in later releases. The Wii would go on to see many first-party accessories throughout its lifespan, like the steering wheel for Mario Kart 8, the Wii Motion Plus accessory, and later the Wii Motion Plus built into the Wiimote, the Wii Classic controller for playing the Virtual Console games, and the Wii Classic Pro controller. But before this era can start, there was another important release in 2006. A release that would help usher in this new era.
This must be heaven. The new Nintendo DS Lite.
The Nintendo DS Lite launched June 11, 2006, and revitalized the already popular DS line. 2006 would prove to be a great year for Nintendo DS games as well, including titles like New Super Mario Bros., Super Princess Peach, Star Fox Command, and Metroid Prime Hunters.
It's another late night for gamers as they wait to try out the latest game system. The Nintendo Wii goes on sale at midnight, just days after the PlayStation 3 hit store shelves. KOMO 4's Joe Furia is live in Redmond, where people started lining up hours ago. Joe?
And Denise, that line here at Game Crazy in Redmond is starting to get pretty long. In just a few hours, the line went from a handful of people to well over 100. Nintendo is releasing the new Wii gaming system less than 48 hours after Sony launched the new PlayStation 3. And while the buzz over Wii isn't what it was for PS3, local gamers are still pretty excited.
I've been saving up for this console for like a year and a half now, and it looks like it's a lot of fun. I've been playing it all day.
Lots of gamers got to give Wii a try at Game Crazy in Redmond. The store had several consoles set up so people could play while they waited. And there was a lot of waiting. Get a load of this line. More than 100 people willing to wait for hours to be among the first to get their hands on Wii. What time do you get in line?
1 o'clock this afternoon.
And you don't mind the wait?
No.
The release of the PlayStation 3 turned violent in some cities. Police used rubber bullets to break up a rowdy crowd in Virginia, and one man was shot in line in Connecticut. Only some 400,000 PS3s were shipped to North America, so some blame the violence on gamer demand far outweighing supply. That's not expected to happen with Wii, as Nintendo promises 5 to 10 times as many units will be available, and they're still expected to sell out.
The Nintendo Wii launched November 19, 2006. Notable launch titles included Wii Sports, The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, Excite Truck, and Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz. The Wii would cater to all generations of gamers through its ever-growing virtual console service and its constant flow of new and intuitive games. In 2007 and 2008 would be great years for game releases on both consoles, with titles including Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, finally getting the Zelda series on console with the Phantom Hourglass, and a great indie title Drawn to Life. The Nintendo Wii would see the release of WarioWare Smooth Moves, Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, Super Mario Galaxy, my favorite 3D Mario game of all time, and Super Paper Mario. 2008 would see the release of Castlevania and Pokemon Platinum on DS, Advance Wars Days of Ruin, and Kirby Superstar Ultra. The Nintendo Wii would finally see Super Smash Bros. Brawl and Animal Crossing City Folk. Guitar Hero World Tour was giant at the time, and we would see a release from Rockstar.
Are you kidding me? Not my Chikorita!
With your favorite Pokemon by your side, you can explore the vast Johto region while you catch, battle, and trade Pokemon. And with the new Pokewalker accessory, you can level up, catch Pokemon, find items, and connect with friends. Experience Pokemon like never before. Yeah! New Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver version games, only for Nintendo DS and Nintendo DSi. Rated E.
Wii Sports Resort. Escape to reality with the new precision of Wii Motion Plus. Rated E for everyone.
2009 and 2010 would be big years for hardware releases. April 5th, 2009, we'd see the release of the Nintendo DSi, a completely updated Nintendo DS. In June 2009, we would have Wii Sports Resort and the release of the Nintendo Wii Motion Plus. March 28th, 2010, Nintendo released the DSi XL. Everything the DSi was, but a little bigger. November 7th, 2010, Nintendo released the Wii Motion Plus Wiimote. Wii Motion Plus built right in.
The story that became a legend. Now in 3D. No glasses required. The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time 3D. Rated everyone 10 and up.
With the all-new Wii U,
This is how you'll play next. On 2 screens. 1 player against 4. Throwing from here to there. Nintendo Land. Only available on the all-new Wii U. Game rated everyone 10 and up.
The years of 2011 and 2012 would be the years of a new generation for Nintendo, starting March 27th, 2011 with the original 3DS. It would have a very rocky launch but go on to prove itself over time. The next year, August 19th, 2012, the Nintendo 3DS XL released. An iterative upgrade over the original 3DS, but a solid upgrade nonetheless. Finally, November 18th, 2012, the Wii U released, the next generation home console from Nintendo. A very confusing launch, a very unsuccessful launch, but a console that, much like the 3DS, would go on to prove itself over years rather than right from launch. A console that we're still in the shadow of to this day.
Introducing the newest member of the Nintendo 3DS family. Meet Nintendo 2DS. A handheld gaming system from Nintendo like you've never seen before. Nintendo 2DS is the perfect place to jump in on all the fun that Nintendo handheld gaming has to offer. It plays all Nintendo 3DS games in 2D and is backward compatible with a library of more than 2,000 Nintendo DS games.
– 2013 and 2014 would prove to be great years for cheap hardware and great games. October 12th, 2013, the Nintendo 2DS released. Then later on that year, November 17th, 2013, the Nintendo Wii Mini released. A release that really confused most of Nintendo's fans. 2013 would see Pokemon X, Pokemon Y, and The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. An interesting take on a great classic Zelda game. The Wii U would see the release of The Legend of Zelda: Wind Waker HD, which was a long-awaited upgrade, and Super Mario 3D World, a game that we still live in the shadow of. 2014 would see the release of even more great games like Super Smash Bros., Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, maybe my favorite games in the entire franchise, other than Heart Gold and Soul Silver. The Wii U would see the release of several long-awaited titles like Super Smash Bros., Wii U, Mario Kart 8, and Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Games that are almost still considered new 10 years later.
Mario Kart 8, upside down test. Take 4. Not good.
Mario Kart 8 is here, and it's flipping racing on its head. You can race on walls, and even upside down. Every kart, every track, every item has been insanely tested for flippin' fun. Mario Kart 8, only on Wii U. Rated E for everyone.
The time has come, and the clock is ticking. There are just 3 days left to save the world. Transform yourself with mysterious masks and bend time to your will to become the hero Termina deserves. The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D. Only on Nintendo 3DS.
New Nintendo 3DS XL delivers countless hours of gaming fun. Smash with friends and hone your skills in Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 3DS. Battle Mega Evolve Pokemon in Pokemon Omega Ruby and Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. And explore a doomed world to find powerful masks in The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D. Play all these great games on new Nintendo 3DS XL. Games rated E to E10+.
The years of 2015 and 2016 would be both the peak and the beginning of the end of this era. September 25th, 2015, the new Nintendo 3DS and new Nintendo 3DS XL both released. These were vast improvements over the original 3DS hardware and fixed many of the issues that original hardware faced over its entire lifespan. 2015 was a bit of a quiet year for the 3DS, but we finally got the Majora's Mask upgrade we've been waiting for, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3D. Splatoon and Mario Maker would both release on Wii U in 2015, marking the last original IP Nintendo would release for the Wii U. 2016 would be a huge year for the new 3DS, with titles including Pokemon Sun and Moon and Kirby Planet Robobot. Great new titles for the new platform. The Nintendo Wii U would finally get its Paper Mario title, Paper Mario Color Splash, and the long-awaited Twilight Princess HD. The years of 2006 through 2016 truly were a special time to be a Nintendo fan. They promised to provide a revolution, and they delivered on that throughout the entire decade. If you've stuck around this long, thank you very much for watching. Leave a like, maybe comment below some of your greatest memories throughout this decade, and please enjoy this Nintendo-style staff roll of the hardware that was released through this decade. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.